What are the best language learning apps right now that are available on the market? Probably you would think of Duolingo. Non, pas de doute, Duolingo n'a pas du tout efficace. There are thousands of options for you to choose from, so in this video, I'm going to show you the apps that are most effective. So, our number one choice is Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone has been out for a long time. It has helped a lot of people break down the language barriers. What makes Rosetta Stone special? This is the immersion method. You may try its free trial. You will never see an English word during a lesson except the two tips. For example, this one, show answers. This one is English, or maybe home learn, extended learning are English. Otherwise, nothing else is in English, especially this part. Maybe the settings, English, I don't care. But in the lesson itself, only your new language. You will never see an English word during a lesson except the two tips. It requires you to learn like when you were little. You never had any translations. You learn words and concepts wherever you were. That's also how Rosetta Stone works. You have to match words in the pictures, for example.
La femme mange.
La femme mange. I know this one must be this one. And through deductive reasonings and more practices, you will progress and learn a lot within the field of study. Rosetta Stone also has outstanding speech recognition technology that helps correct speaking and gives feedback instantly. However, Rosetta Stone is a bit weak at teaching complicated grammar because its entire lesson is in the new language. The entire grammar lesson seems to be a guessing game. Also, its plan is terrible, so you just need to go to the home and then there's a plan. And the plan originally it is to motivate you, but it's terrible. It doesn't give you a personalized plan, and it doesn't have a plan that covers the entire course and which will actually discourage you. At first I trusted it, but after a few weeks I found out that it doesn't cover the entire course, which is not very good. So these are the benefits and disadvantages of Rosetta Stone, but actually Rosetta Stone's method of teaching is really unbeatable. However, there are still other language learning apps that are going to win Rosetta Stone. So what are the best language learning apps right now that are available other than Rosetta Stone? Well, you know, Rosetta Stone is too famous and a lot of people like it, but actually it is not very good at handling some Chinese-based characters. So you can see that I have opened a few more tabs right here: Mondly, Busuu, Pimsleur, etc. They all can help you learn different languages, and they are my remaining choices for language learning. So right now I have opened Pimsleur. It is one of the oldest apps. It isn't an app at first, it is just CDs, etc. It lets people to listen to the core lesson, which is entirely audio based. You can't see a single word during a core lesson, and then practice with different activities. Also, it has cultural highlights that tells you about the culture of the country, which is very good. It really can guarantee fluency. I have used Pimsleur before, and I think that Pimsleur can really help you with your conversation skills. However, the sentences Pimsleur teaches are too formal. What I like about Pimsleur is that at the end of the lesson, around a few minutes later, it will force you to surround into a real scenario, and then you must make sure that you can speak during a real life situation. A lot of people just have their mind blank when someone asks them questions in their new language. That is because they focus too much on input without focusing anything on the output. But Pimsleur balances the load very nicely, so I think that Pimsleur is a solid choice if you want to speak very confidently and fluently. So there are also reading lessons after the core lesson. What is special about Pimsleur is that the core lesson is entirely audio based, so that you don't need to see a word on the screen. You don't need to tap the images, you don't need to tap the words, you don't need to tap the translations. Everything is just listening and repeating. You can do it when you're driving. There's also driving mode where all the icons are larger, and I think, wow, that is quite nice. Give some, thumbs up to it. So it says some flashcards, so no, I don't think flashcards really work.
请问
You see, 请问, it doesn't really give you the
请问
Chinese characters. So actually, Pimsleur is still not very nice at teaching Asian languages, just like Rosetta Stone. It emphasizes using the phonetic approach by Dr. Pimsleur, Dr. Paul Pimsleur. Well, I agree with him, but this is not a very good way to learn Asian languages because Asian languages do not have really the same phonetic approach. And you may say, oh, pinyin, but pinyin is not a character of Chinese. Pinyin is just a tool to help you learn how to pronounce those words easily. So right now there isn't for example, a reading lesson. It doesn't really teach you how to read in Chinese. It just teaches you how to read pinyin. And those pinyin are useless because if you just teach you how to use pinyin, except for those little kind of accents right there, that is called the tones of Chinese. Well, it's not called accents. Well, those kind of things above the letters are just the tones, and apart from that, everything is just the same as English. Every phonics, everything, I think, except for the U sound and a few more, but you can learn more later. So our next choice, which is our number 3 choice, is Busuu. Oh, Busuu. Busuu is the free version. So now I'm going to try Chinese again. So let us see. Lesson 1. Hello. I want to say hello to other people. You can see that right at the start of the lesson, at least it points out what are the characters in Chinese. For example, Chinese is a character-based language. There's also pinyin, a system that uses Latin alphabet, blah blah blah. You can see that it points out that it is actually not the same. A lot of people think that ni hao is actually the character of Chinese, and they just write it like this for the a bit strange, and then writing some letters to the relatives or friends that speak Chinese, and then suddenly they don't understand what you're writing. Why suddenly everything is in pinyin? It is only a way that helps you to learn how to pronounce the words actually. So I think Busuu is quite good. It points out what is happening right at the start. However, as it wants to say that it actually wants to make you practice on the go, but you don't really want to read a whole bunch of text while you are on the go, or even if you're just staying at home and want to learn a new language, actually you don't want to read too many words. So I think this amount of words is okay, but as you progress to other lessons, you will know later. So actually you can have true or false questions, and there are also a lot of things. So let's just leave the lesson. For example, maybe we go to everyday. So as you can see, there's some premium lessons. So let's start.
在家工作
I think it is somehow computer generated. I have no idea what is it, a computer generated or it is human voice, but I think the sound quality isn't very good anyway.
今天我在家工作
You see, actually those words are not pronounced correctly at all. It is 今天 instead of 今天, a bit strange.
今天
Not 今天, it's 今天. So actually I think the sound quality is a bit strange. I don't know whether it is because of the algorithm or anything. I have no idea what about the programmings or anything. So, forgive me. Next I'm going to talk about is Mondly Free. It is actually a very special program. So, okay, maybe we have done talking about Chinese. Well, I would say it is not a very good way to learn Chinese in Mondly because it also focuses on pinyin only. You see, for example, in lesson 1,
姐妹
Okay, I got it wrong. So Mondly is actually very good. You can actually switch between pinyin and the characters directly so that you know what you're saying, so that you can also recognize the characters easily. You do not actually, I think a good language learning app that teaches good Latin based words, they should tell you how you're going to write those words without the help of computer. Actually, it is very difficult to write in Chinese, and there are also different systems of Chinese. You are going to learn it later anyway. So this would be monthly, but as you scroll down, everything is premium. Only hello is not in premium and free things are not in premium. Then why I say this is monthly is free? Because go to daily lessons, it's free. Every day you have free lessons. It won't run out of contents. Every day there is fresh. You can get it from the grocery store. Every day is completely fresh. You can learn a new word every day. And you can also change different things, and you can even change the settings. So you can see, you can change it to different languages, and also I think you can say that you are intermediate or advanced. So let's add a new language. Maybe I'm going to this time try German instead. I have never learned German before, so let's just learn it now. Hello. Oh, okay.
Die Schwester.
The sister is called die Schwester.
Die Mutter.
Die Mutter.
Der Bruder.
Der Bruder.
Der Vater.
You can see that it is actually one of the immersion methods. It's similar to Rosetta Stone. It also matches some words with pictures, and you can learn with pictures so that it would not be completely translation. However, after a few practices, it will suddenly become a complete translation exercise. I'll just show you in a minute. You see,
Hallo.
it becomes.
Das ist meine Mutter.
And actually, I still not really have ideas on what these are, so I need to cheat and have a look. They shouldn't do like this. They should introduce words before they put it into sentences. So, however, it is still good to be a supplement so that you can learn different words. So, but I don't think it would be a perfect introduction to a new language. I think Busuu is the best in terms of introducing a new language. So yeah, you know, let's go to Babbel. Right now I have no idea what is happening to Babbel, so I'm going to I'm not sure what is happening with Babbel, but anyway, Babbel is also very popular. It teaches conversations directly. It also teaches a lot of things, and lets you choose what you would like to study. It has a lot of vocabularies for us to learn. However, I do not like its user interface and how quickly the lessons go away. The lessons go away too quickly, and so practice is less than instructions, which is not very good at language learning. Just like with Busuu, they don't really explain a lot. And the user interface is all orange, which makes my eyes a little bit uncomfortable. Anyway, so yeah, here we go. These are the 5 best language learning apps in 2020 right now. Actually, there are thousands of options for you to choose from, and I just listed out 5. If you think that you have a good language learning app and you think that they should also be put on this list, please put your thoughts in the comments below. I would be very happy to reply. I will reply within 1 day or maybe a little bit more time. Just give me a little bit more time. I will definitely reply to you. And make sure to hit the subscribe button and put a like if you do. I have only like a few subscribers, so please make sure to subscribe. It really helps out a lot. And if you want to see more language learning tips, of course you must subscribe. Thank you.